Well, my dumbass thought he ordered insulators, and I thought they were showing up this weekend, but I see that they were still sitting in my cart unordered. Did get a few other things, so I can knock out a couple other maintenance items. I'm going to rebuild this hydraulic clutch slave here, because I've seen mine ended up going. I've seen other people's posting pictures. Those things end up going, so I'm going to crack this, bleed it. This thing, luckily, I actually got these open earlier, so those are cracked. I did get new seals for the brakes. I actually running those through Evaporust. I'm going to run them through the ultrasonic one more time, and then I think what I'm going to do, I don't have a rebuild kit for this, but it shouldn't really actually need a rebuild, but I also want to run the master brake through the ultrasonic, because I was looking inside of here, and it's not great. Like, you see that's like sludgy kind of stuff. It's not too gross. I mean, it's not too bad, and I'd probably be okay to just fill it up and go, but might as well do it while I got it. I mean, I'm waiting another week for parts anyway, so those are the new seals for the brakes. Mainly, I probably could have, again, gotten away with just using the old ones, but they are like 38-year-old rubber. But I ripped some of the boots pulling the old ones off, so I needed the boots anyway, so might as well just do it. And then this is the K&L slave repair kit, just because if that slave goes and you lose a clutch, well, you don't want to lose a clutch because that kind of sucks. But then when this thing does end up going, it ends up leaking fluid all over the place, and well, it'll eat the shit out of the paint. So I'm gonna get that off. Actually, I'll just do that now. Oh my goodness! Jesus Christ, people. This is why these projects take so long. I forgot, I cracked this one. This I was able to get cracked. This little fucking piece of shit is not... Oh God, I'm gonna have to fucking drill it. There we are. Stupid fucking screws. I forgot that I had these. These things are awesome. These easy outs. I like these better than I like these, but this has come into play as well. These things are pretty awesome though. New idea, since I'm not replacing the lines on these yet, I'll actually probably just clean them up inside of here. Wait to do the rebuilds on both of these when I actually have components to do a full rebuild on them instead of just doing it twice. I mean, it'll still work if I clean that up, but I still need to get that clutch slave off. This should be fully empty by now. Okay, so there is a gasket under this. I don't have a spare because I haven't bought the full engine gasket kit yet. It is something I'm planning to do. Wonder if I can get this off of here, or if this one is going to be glued on like this one is. I think this is going to work. I just want to see if I can hopefully keep that gasket for now. Oh boy. That is why I can't get this one off. I have no leverage like this one. I mean, I'm gonna be able to get this one, but I'm kind of fucked on that other one. Now, I know these are on dowels. That's what the resistance is right now. There we go. Yeah, that's not helping. Okay, so I can clean those up, so that should be easier. Oh my God, that gasket's gone. Fucker. This thing's knackered. I'm glad I'm looking at this now. Oh, why am I pushing that in? Don't push that in. I actually have to use the air pump. The manual actually calls for the air pump. This is gonna be exciting. All right, so I'm gonna run the clutch slave components, even though some of this stuff's gonna get thrown away. I'm gonna run it through the ultrasonic with the two brake calipers one more time. One thing I wanted to point out, I forgot, I have a whole bunch of these. This is the main fuse. It's a 30 amp fuse, and this thing can blow. And this has happened to me a couple times on here in the past. Under here, there it is, right there. You're not gonna find one of these at the hardware store. So I keep I hope I still have some in here. I haven't checked in a while. Yeah, okay, so I keep one inside of my trunk. I'm putting one inside of my buddy's trunk for when it inevitably explodes. Oh, he's got a full toolkit. He's got other fuses and shit in here. I should do that. I'm leaving him this one because you're not going to find that at the hardware store. You're not going to find that at Ace or anything like that. I mean, theoretically, I guess you could just bridge it with a piece of copper or something like that, but it's good to have one of those. I mean, they're like $1, but it's if you can't get it, then it's worth a lot more. You know, supply and demand. So you want to have one of those things in your trunk. All right, yeah, so you come here, and then we'll put that in there. How about that? Go in the drink, and then we'll start this thing up. Back and forth on whether or not I actually want to pull these masters off of both the clutch and the brake to get in there and clean the things up, but I know I don't have a rebuild kit, and I'm just going to end up redoing it again. I can see that the boot on this one is actually destroyed, so this one needs a rebuild kit at some point. But so I got the slave out now. Gonna need a pick for this. Just a couple seals is what we're gonna be doing here. And the spring's gonna come off. We'll do a spring there. This big seal should pop off. I'm destroying it because it doesn't matter. That's definitely a little different. I don't like how that's sitting. But it is what it is. Ooh. Okay, so to lubricate it up, I'm just using some brake fluid to help me get it in there. There we go. There we go. That should be better. Two new crush washers on the Banjo here. We got the clutch slave hooked back up. I've got it hooked up with an 8 over there so we can bleed it. Normally I would do a reverse bleed if I was doing brakes. I've had a lot of success doing that compared to conventional way, but given that this is the clutch, and I don't actually want to disturb this because I just don't want to make the mess and then have to redo the whole thing. If I do that, then I might as well take this whole thing off, but I know I'm going to be doing that again in the future, so I'm not going to do that now. I always hate pouring these things. God damn it. Wow, that was terrible. Why are my hands shaking like that? That isn't cool. Maybe I should reverse fill it, because I know that'll work. I never have success doing it this way. I just thought I'd get lucky. I wonder how many other things my GoPro decided not to record on this video, but we have a nice clutch. Still getting a couple bubbles coming through the top here, but out of here I'm getting just fluid, so I feel pretty good about this. Gonna button this back up. Unfortunately, one of these screws died in the process, so I need to find another one, but I'll put this stuff back together here on the, ooh, I should dump that out, on the clutch, and then I think I'm just gonna reverse fill both brakes, because I got both the calipers with the new seals back on, new boots on all of these, re-greased, use the old sleeves, but I think I should be able to put this on. Eventually we'll probably put the stainless lines on there, but push fluid up through all the way up to here. I'll crack this first, and I want to get it pushed up to it, so then I can leave it overnight and let all the micro bubbles move their way up, and it'll be easier to just pressurize these things over a couple. All right, so the clutch is all good to go. Just lubricated up the throttle cables a bit, leaving them up here so that they'll just drip down. Now I'm going to reverse fill on the brake calipers. So these are 3-part. So there's one hose from the master reservoir to this piece in here that is really tough to get to. This thing sucks when you have to, if you end up switching the lines out. It is going to be a lot easier now that the horn isn't in here, but this is not fun. It may even be worth it just to go to a 2-piece if we end up switching to stainless lines, because this thing is such a pain in the nuts. I also think the 2-piece is cheaper. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the syringe onto this one. I'm going to leave this tight up here, but I'm going to loosen this one here and have the drain out here. So I'm going to push fluid into the left, push, and it's going to start coming out of here. That's going to fill the bottom, most of it. Then I'll tighten this up, then I'll loosen this, also push through here, then I'll get it dripping out of here, and most of the thing will be full. And then I just got to deal with the bubbles. Probably, well, it shouldn't have too many bubbles up here, but whatever bubbles I end up with in the master cylinder, especially in the part, the plunger part, and then there'll likely be a bubble in here and on here that I can just get the next day, because if you leave it for a day and then go to bleed them, you get those big bubbles out. And I was so impressed the last time I did it. I did it on that one not long ago, and it was so much easier than trying to just knock it out in one go. So if you don't got to do it all at once, well, patience actually pays off. Okey-dokey. One more. So what I just did right there with the reverse fill up from the left caliper to the right caliper, then up to the top, pressurizing it that way. I've already got a firm lever. I know I'm going to have a couple more bubbles that I'm going to have to let settle out, but that used to take me, it used to take me a week just to even get to this point. So through trial and error, I figured some things out. Obviously, it's a sloppy job. If you're worried about knocking up paint, you got to do a whole lot more prep to guard everything from getting covered in any of the brake fluid. Unfortunately, anytime you take these whole things apart, it's just going to get a little sloppy. But I've got a stiff lever. This thing was not stiff any bit before. I mean, it was just a big ball of slop. So this is pretty damn close. It's not quite as tight as I have this one, but I know if I leave this for a day or two, come back, crack it, I will get another bubble or two out of here, and then I'll have a pretty good, actually that doesn't feel that much different than this one. I'll have a pretty good brake feel on this, so I'm happy with that. I think that's enough for now. Again, this is another pointless, I should say pointless, because it's me talking to myself, and if I had to remember what I did with the bike, then I can come back and watch it. But if you're looking for how-tos, I don't think any of these Orwell's Interceptor videos are going to be how-tos. I don't have it in me right now. How-tos are too fucking hard to do, and when you do them wrong, you take too much shit. So if you watch this far, thanks for watching.